Little Caesar 3-4. Burtucky 4-3. Burtucky really needs to have a big week here. Basically, Little Caesar on auto play, and so we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. But Kyle Orton against Baltimore, and Matt Schaub against Buffalo. And truthfully, Orton has a better matchup here. Baltimore, because so many people run on them, they don't throw in the air.
Yep.
So Orton's probably gonna have the better matchup here. But I'll tell you, I think this is the week that the teams that play Buffalo decide they're going to throw. And I think it's going to be a big day for Matt Schaub.
I disagree with that assessment a little bit. I believe that there's going to be inclement weather in Buffalo this weekend. And I think that will throw Schaub off his game a little bit, as it's going to be windy.
Winnie?
Windy.
I believe Winnie is a poo, or the girl on Wonder Years. Remember Winnie? She was really attractive, actually.
Windy and rainy. They're going to be handing the ball off to Slayton quite often.
Mm-hmm.
While as Orton, Baltimore's defense is sweet up front, but their corners have been beaten and abused, and they're soft. And they've been abused all year long. I like Orton a little bit more than Schaub here.
Okay. Jamal Lewis at Chicago. LaShawn McCoy probably going to step it up here. Obviously filling in for Brian Westbrook. There's no telling how long Brian will be.
Does that hurt your feelings?
No. I have no ties to him anymore. We've cut ties.
You don't talk to Brian no more?
No. I don't really care.
It's kind of sad.
Well, it might be.
I like the McCoy. I don't think that Brianna's going to play, and if he does, he won't play very often. McCoy's going to step up to the plate like he did last week in the second half. Could have a monstrous game.
Mm-hmm.
We've not seen McCoy get a lot of carries yet. He's got fresh legs. He's a youngster. Look for McCoy to have a monster game if Brianna does not go.
Yeah, I'll tell you, when I was watching the game against the Redskins last week, now granted it was the Redskins, McCoy actually looked like a Brian Westbrook from 2, 3, 4 years ago, something like that.
Back when you loved him.
Yeah, truthfully. Darren Sproles, and that San Diego situation is a mess.
It is. I don't understand what Jake is doing with this Sproles love affair.
Yeah, he really does like him a lot.
It's a one-way street.
Yeah. Well, the only other option that he's going to do there is go 4 wide, or he's going to have to put in Justin Fargas. So I don't know that he'll do that either. Here we go. Michael Turner. I think
maybe he could trade for Sean. What's that guy you played, the tight end? Maybe he could trade for him and maybe run 2 tight ends and guarantee Jake some major points.
I think everything that you're saying is such a lie. I think you probably convinced yourself that, of anything really.
I can do that.
Yeah, I know. Michael Turner, okay matchup. Vincent Jackson, Hushmanzada, and Deshaun Jackson. You think Deshaun Jackson's more hurt than what they're saying?
Well, Pro Football and a couple other of legitimate NFL sites have questioned the probable and are questioning how legit and how major this injury is, with most assuming that it's worse than what they're saying. Even ESPN, who loves to project high points, has him on the lower end of points. I would be a little worrisome there.
All right. Well, you've got Hushmanzada versus Burleson on the other side. And so somebody's going to be catching and somebody isn't. So
Absolutely.
That's always a problem.
It'd be fun to watch.
Mohamed Massaquoi and Austin Collie. Austin Collie's getting a little bit more chemistry. He's touchdowns in the last 4 of the last 5 games, I believe, again with Peyton Manning. I don't like Mohamed Massaquoi just because he doesn't have a quarterback to throw to him. And
I don't like his first name.
That's fine, I guess. Anyway, Vincent Jackson, I'm going to give the edge to White Trash here.
I am as well. I think Vincent Jackson should be enough to get a couple big plays in there. Maybe even a 40-plus yard touchdown to really spike his points.
Okay. Mercedes Lewis against Tennessee. And you also have Greg Olson against Cleveland. I'm going to give the edge to Mercedes Lewis here.
I am just a little bit because Tennessee's defense is horrible against tight ends, running backs out of the backfield, and wide receivers.
Okay. All right. And Colts defense against San Francisco. And you also have the Chargers against Oakland. I'm going to give the edge to the Chargers here.
I am as well, Doug. I am as well.
Okay. All right. Well, what do you think the game comes down to?
I'm not sure yet as far as what the game comes down to, but I will say this. If Jake and his white trash team lose this game, their season is over.
Wow.
You cannot have a home game against a team that has no owner and an autopilot coach, if you will, and lose this game. This is your home field, the park, the trailer park. Seen pictures of it today.
Yeah, we did.
You have to protect this house in your Under Armour gear, and you have to win this game. If you do not win this game, Jacob, your season's over.
Look at the green light. That's why it's there. When you look down, it doesn't look right.
Like this?
Yeah.
Jake, if you do not win this game, your season is over.
All right. Well, you heard it here. I will pick white trash on this one. And you?
I'm going white trash, but it's going to be a scary one for the white trash. As Little Caesar will keep it close, even on autopilot.
All right. That concludes the Doug and Commish Show, Week 8. We're working on a fantasy special for next week. We're going to be trying to do some halfway through the year, kind of get some playoff predictions.
Some special guests.
Hopefully, we'd love to have some special guests, and we'll wait and see.
Trivia.
All right. Well, we'll wait and see next week. I'm Doug. This is the Commish. May all your fantasy players be studs.